Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are joined here once again by our good friend, Kerry and Tice from CircuSoul Yoga and Company. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. So from beautiful Sarasota, Florida, we have an amazing team here of people. Are we employees, staff, friends, customers, all the above?
All the above.
Great. Let's talk a little about CircuSoul Yoga. Introduce yourself and, of course, your guest, please.
Yes, my name's Kerry Tice, and we're here in Sarasota, Florida. I'm the owner and director here at CircuSoul Yoga. We're a full functioning yoga studio, yoga teacher training facility, as well as we do yoga retreats. So we just got a little bit of everything going on. And this afternoon, we're going to talk about acro yoga. But the best way to get a hold of us is through our website at circussoul.com. That's circusoul.com. Or you can give us a call at 941-922-9642.
Beautiful. So what do we have in store today? You're going to teach us a little bit about acro yoga, and what is that exactly?
Well, it's a combination of really of my two backgrounds, acrobatics and yoga. And I like to one of my favorite ways to describe acro yoga is divine play. So it is that mixture of the yoga, breath, the union, and all of those kind of yogic practices combined with acro. And combining the two just is like such a really great hybrid. It just creates an amazing trust between the people that are doing it. And we are so lacking in touch in our society that if that was the only thing that it's getting people to do, then that is like super.
Great. Well, let's talk more. Could you introduce your guest, please? And
absolutely. Hi, this is Lisa. She's going to be flying with us.
Great.
And this is Kara, one of our instructors. She's also going to be flying, and she's also going to be one of our bases.
Okay.
And this is Mariah, which is one of our instructors, and she's also our manager.
Perfect. All right. So let's get started. How does this work? I'm excited to see all this go down.
So the smallest acro yoga community is usually 3 people. So a base and a flyer and a spotter. And today we're actually going to show you some stuff so you can see it in action. Okay?
Great.
Come on over, Kara. We'll go to star. So I'm the base in this situation, and she is the flyer. Okay. So I come in, and I'm actually just going to hold her here, and she's going to hop up when she's ready, coming into this inverted position called star pose.
And you could talk while you do this. Okay, good.
Yeah, we got it down. So
wow.
Star pose here, which is very similar to kind of like a shoulder stand or a headstand. And she's getting lots of benefits from just being upside down, of course, getting all those benefits of the inversion, but also she's having to stay pretty stable. It's what we call being a stubborn flyer. So she's actually holding this position and staying in this straddle position while we hold on to here. So we can show you some variations, right? We'll go ahead and take this leg out. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Boom. So making her work a little harder here for sure. I like to make the flyers work pretty hard because I'm doing a lot of work here as well as the base. Big part of what I'm doing is staying stable and being able to create that space for them. All right, we'll step down to straddle.
Oh my goodness.
So this is all what we call solar acrobatics or solar acro yoga. So there's lunar and there's solar. And they kind of are two different sides of the coin. One is the fiery side where you might do these acrobatics types of things in circus. And the lunar side of it is that other side, the moon side, more of the healing and the Thai yoga part of it. So,
and she's okay. Is she breathing?
She's doing good. She's breathing. Yeah. She's happy.
Bless. Amazing. Can you talk upside down like that?
Yeah.
Wow. I get. Oh my God, I would get nauseous. This is amazing. Go ahead. I want to interrupt.
So, Kara, what's one of your favorite things about acro yoga?
I love the connection. Like you're like really like calibrating with the person. You're getting that connection, and I don't know, it's just fun. You get to do all like play like a monkey, like be a kid again. And it's a lot of laughs.
A lot of laughs. Even when we're messing it up, we're having fun. We're cracking up about it. Take your time.
Whoa. Wow. And I thought it was over. This is great. It continues.
Just keeps on going. All right, coming down. Awesome. So we're just going to switch around a little bit, and she's going to become my base now. So I'm going to get up, and she's going to lay down, and we're going to do a little bit of what we call back fly for you.
Okay.
Boop, boop. So sometimes the base is always a base. Sometimes they're also a flyer. And so I'm coming into this position. She's holding me, and I'm getting all of those benefits of doing a back bend.
Wow.
But guess what? I'm not really having to do much.
No.
I am just hanging out here, enjoying that traction, enjoying being upside down. And it feels really awesome. So we're going to move from here into upward facing bow pose. Right. So I get my feet. And then just like in yoga class, we would do this posture, but we would be on the mat or we would be in the hammock. So we have this opportunity to create this posture that is using her feet as the base and my body to make the shape.
And now she's also supporting your shoulders there. Is that what she's doing?
Yep.
Okay.
She's supporting my shoulders. Yep. She's there supporting my shoulders, supporting my hips. And then we're going to come in from here into our next posture, which is called fish pose. So there's all kinds of things. Just like in yoga class, there are tons and tons of postures that we can choose. Some are back bends, some are forward folds, but all the while I'm getting all these benefits of being upside down, and she's getting stronger, right? She is actually having to work to stay stable for me so she can stay underneath. All right, we'll show you one more position before we come out. This next position is called dancer pose. Maybe you've done dancer pose in a yoga class before?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to give you a nice little dancer pose. Looks a little different. So I have to meander my arm in there and snake it in between her legs. There we go. Once I get my ankle, I give him a little kick open. Are we good down there? All right. And then for a little bit of drama, bam.
Beautiful.
Dancer pose. All the while, right? She's working. I'm working. We get done. We're feeling really good.
And you're still able to talk like that. That's amazing. You're not out of breath. All the blood would rush to my head right now and I'd be lightheaded. But look at you. You're in one piece. A Gumby.
One piece. I'm ready to go.
I see.
Right,
great job, guys. Wow.
Good job. So that was mostly kind of some solar acro yoga. And now I'm going to be working with Lisa and we're going to be doing specifically the lunar side of it, which is also called therapeutic acro. So I know we did a whole show just about Vedic Thai yoga. Well, this is the combination of acro yoga and Vedic Thai yoga. So as you know, we love to put stuff together.
Great.
Let's do this. Yep. Over here. Turn around. Yep, there we go. Going right to leaf. You guys can go ahead when you're ready. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite poses. And I love this one because there's so many awesome things that I can do here. I love to actually include these in my private sessions. And when I'm doing Vedic Thai yoga sessions, we might spend a brief amount of time upside down like this. Okay. And she's getting all these benefits at the hip. We're getting this traction of the entire spine, just that elongation, just hanging here, just like you would if you came for aerial yoga class. But instead, I am your base. I am, kind of holding you up. So we can give her a little jiggle here. Really powerful, just kind of relaxing the body, relaxing the nervous system. And all the while, she's really not doing much at all. She's giving me just that little bit of pike. You can see the position she's in to help me hold her stable here. But outside of that, she's just literally just hanging out, enjoying that benefit of hanging here. And what's cool is we can come in and we can give a little traction, open up the side body, help with the posture. All right, your posture in life, make your body feel better. And give a little bit of shoulder massage back here. Just work. This is called white cloud. This is the Vedic Thai hand position. And we just work in here. You can see they're working into their leaf over there in the same, slightly the same position. And just working in getting some traction, enjoying being upside down. So we'll go from here. And I can do all this stuff up and down the spine.
I could feel it virtually.
Right?
I'm
You're like, get over
imagining.
here.
Ah, yes.
Come on over. I'll put you
Thank
upside
you.
down.
We're in New York.
And
It's
what's
not
cool is
far.
that when you're working with an experienced base or you're working with an experienced instructor, you really don't need to have any experience. It's not the flyer actually can be guided through the instruction and through the guidance of the instructor or the base. So it's not something you have to have experience in order to make happen. So one of my other favorite ones is Super Yogi. All right. And this one is super great at just getting into the side body. So I'm actually going to take her over to the side and at the same time, giving her a little bit of lateral side bend with my hips. And then coming in here, I can palm here in the shoulder. How's this feel, Lisa?
Amazing. There's no other way to get this stretch.
Yeah, there's like a big traction that I'm getting here down her side.
Now, I know you were doing instructional in a sense for us today, but how long would someone actually be holding this pose for? How long does each pose stay held for?
That at the beginning, when you're first starting as a base, probably 20 seconds, 30 seconds, not very long, definitely less than a minute.
Okay.
And then you're building up that endurance, building up that strength so that you can hold it longer. Because ideally, you want to be able to go as long as you want. And so we would build up that time just like this. Like I have to build up strength and endurance in my legs. If I'm going to do this for even longer than this kind of 30-minute section, I'd need to train for the week and just kind of get my legs to be a little bit stronger. But new bases, it takes some time. Go ahead and bend the elbows. Here we go. And then bend this knee, soles of the feet together. So when you do something like this therapeutic tie, and you have somebody with some experience, you could fly up to 12, 15, 30 minutes. When I've been at my strongest, I've definitely done one of these about 20 minutes, them completely in the air. And the feeling when you get down is unbelievable. Like it's a body high that is kind of almost uncomparable to a yoga class. And you know how good you feel when you come out of a yoga class. It's kind of like that times 100. Right?
Yeah.
So when you come up, let's go ahead and legs wide, legs heavy. All right, we'll take a little twist. So really powerful to twist the spine. Doesn't matter if you're in yoga class or just sitting in the chair, you just twist yourself a little bit. Passerita twist. And we'll do the other side. Really nice.
That looks good. Wow.
And this is a normal yoga posture, right? This is, we would do this posture sitting in a wide leg pose, reaching for the opposite leg. Right? This is totally something we would do in yoga, but I get this added benefit of making her upside down and helping to move and guide the spine and shoulders so that she can have something that's beyond your average yoga for sure. And coming back to center. Super. And then we'll go to the other side and we're going to make that transition. So one of the things that we can do is kind of a little fancier is work around and move.
Oh my gosh.
Postures. Go ahead. Yeah, let go.
Wow.
And now we're in what they call straddle bat. And then go ahead and bring soles of the feet together, knees out, reach up for the ankles. There we go.
And now what's happening behind you? What are they doing?
All right. They're doing a little back fly.
Okay.
This is very similar to the position that we took before. Just get your legs toward the window a little more. There you go. And Kara's getting all those benefits of being upside down, but all those benefits of being in a back bend, which is really powerful. We don't really back bend a whole lot in our normal life, right? We do a lot of folding from sitting, and from all those would definitely be folds, but back bending, it's not really something that we kind of just, randomly pull a back bend, right? And we need to. That's one of the directions that our spine needs to go in order to be healthy. So here we can get in some awesome shoulder work. People tend to be really tight in the traps. And so I can utilize my knees to kind of hold her in position. And all this while I'm utilizing my thumbs to release the tension in the trapezius.
Wow.
So I know it's a hard place to ask you, but what's one of your favorite things about acro yoga, Lisa?
I would have to say the inversion, the flexibility that you gain, as well as that head high and that body high that Kerry was talking about.
Yeah, like right now, you're feeling really good, but as she comes up and actually comes up right, you suddenly have this rush of hormones, of neurotransmitters, and the body just feels like amazing. So that's why I love to do it. I have fun doing it, get stronger while I'm doing it, of course, but then the after effect is it's like 10 times a yoga class. And you don't necessarily have to do it for a whole hour in order to receive those types of benefits, right? We've only been here a few minutes upside down, and she's going to get a pretty major rush, nice little kick for natural endorphins.
Now, what is your favorite part about doing this, Kerry?
What's my favorite part of doing this? Really making me feel like a kid again, just kind of getting back to that place of fun and play. Go ahead and go to the, yeah, there you go. Perfect. Just making that connection with people, because there is kind of this unspoken communication. And I am in a way talking about body language, and in a way I am talking about the energy that is being given and received when we're doing acro. But we miss that connection with people. So oftentimes we are not looking at people. We're not making contact with them, and we're just living our lives. And we were really meant to be connected. We're really meant to have that connection with other people in our life. And through acro yoga, I've been able to create friendships and an energy that is just beyond your average connection, right? It's a way of bringing strangers together, and then you're no longer, right? You're no longer strangers. You've got instant friends. And what a better thing to be able to bring people together and create friendships, create those energy kinships, and just bring us together. And deep interests, for sure.
Oh, now how long has everyone there been doing this for? Just curious. And how long does it take to develop these type of skills?
Well, I've been doing acro for about 22 years, but acro yoga for about 8 or 9. And it's something that I also haven't done a whole lot of in the last couple of years. It's been something that with COVID and with just everything going on, it's been something that hasn't been as big a priority at our studio. How long have you been doing acro, Lisa?
I suppose about 3 years, 4. Maybe.
Awesome.
Yeah. 5 or 6.
5 or 6, Karen? Yeah.
Probably like 3 or 4. You actually introduced me to acro.
Yeah.
I had no idea it existed before I took his training. So yeah.
So you did regular yoga first, I guess. So some people may be intimidating, like, wow, can I really do that? But clearly we can, right? But how do you need to do the regular yoga first and learn that technique? Or do people come start right for acro yoga?
Kind of a little bit of both. You need to have a certain level, kind of fitness level, right? You need to be used to moving because we are moving, we are using our body. As a base, you got to have a little bit more flexible hips. So that's something that usually the non-yogis and the guys don't always have. So that's something we kind of work on developing as we go. You want to play?
Oh, cool. We got more.
We've always got more. Always got a few more things.
Yeah.
Let's go back fly. Come on in. One of my favorite moves. We got an opportunity to take different 5-day immersions in this. And this is one of the things that we learned on like our very last day of the 5-day immersion, of course, which is where all the really, really good treats come in. And this one, we're going to go to hammock first. Perfect. Now to the side. So I love this one because it gives me access to the hip flexor in a way that even when I do my Tice sessions, I don't always have this easy accessibility. So I call this the double-headed Hydra because it never was given a name when I learned it. But right now I'm actually working into her glutes. My knees are coming in to the different parts of her buttocks muscles. And then I'm also getting into her sacrum, working all of this. Give me a little bit more knee. There we go. And I'm able to work into these different sections here with one knee. Can take her into give me a little more knee on that side. There we go. And we can work into these different sections of the glutes, which tend to be really, really tight on people. I can take her into quite a deep back bend here. And all the while, right, I'm kind of in like a squat. So I am working, but I'm not working super hard because I'm not actually holding her up right now. I'm going to switch her to the other side. So you can see she's just draped over top and a little bit more knee. There we go. And then all the while I'll go in onto this other side and work into the glutes. So there's just a ton of stuff. Just like in yoga, you could take acro yoga every week and still not know everything there is to know. There's tons and tons of transitions. So we're going to start to sit up. Tons and tons of transitions. There's tons of postures. There's tons of flow. You want to show them the thing? You up for it? Okay. All right, we got to be in reverse. Okay. There we go. That's more like it. All right, this is one of those ones that we've been doing a while, and Kara thinks that she forgets about it, but she actually knows how to do it quite well. Go ahead when you turn it. Go. Very nice. Take your time. Push. Good. That's all right. Good. Very good. Yep. So we got about halfway.
Good.
All right, we're going to try one more time.
Do it again. We have time.
Which is like, yeah, you can do it one more time. It's no problem.
It's easy for me. I'm just watching. You're like probably sweating.
I love
like
it. All right, we're going again. Push harder on the arms. Good. Now you got to give me that other hip. You go, take your time. Boom. Woo! Second time is the charm.
Good job.
Very nice. You want to slowly lean back and come back to me? I got you. Yep, go ahead. Yep. Good. So as you can see, it develops a certain level of trust that most things don't, right? They don't require that level of trust, but
yeah,
we build that trust through practicing together, practicing these things, and really overcoming our fears, overcoming any of the challenges that arise in the practice. And we really ended up learning so much about ourselves in the process of doing acro yoga, whether it's basing or watching. It's one of my favorite things about it is that it doesn't matter whether you're a spectator, whether you are a base, a flyer, or a spotter. Everybody is entertained. Everybody is having a really enjoyable experience. And it's really why I think people should do divine play, right? Go get an opportunity to do some acro yoga, even if it's just lifting your kid and doing some airplane at home, right?
I could do that. I have a 4 and 6 year old. Yep.
Yep. The kids love it. The kids happen to be really good at it. They actually take it on really quickly. All 3 of my kids, they love to fly, and they're easy to fly because they're nice and light.
Don't you need a little bit of a breather? Just breathe for a second. You don't have to talk. I feel bad. Do you need some water? He's so on. He's like, I still have to talk. I still have 4 minutes. And I'm like, you could take a breather. It's okay.
We're used to going.
I'm sure. So now you offer these classes and so on and so forth. Tell us more about CircuSoul. And of course, how can people, is there certain set days for this? This is virtual. This is in person. Tell us a little more about it.
So acro yoga is something that we offer as a workshop. It's something that's usually offered around once a month or so. So it's something that you'd need to kind of plan ahead on. But many places have what they call acro yoga jams, where they'll get together in a local park. They'll get together at a certain location, and maybe every Friday at 5 o'clock, and they'll meet and they do what's called a jam, which is they get together and play. They get together and practice the stuff that you learn. The best place to really learn acro yoga would be to find a foundational intro workshop or an intro class. That way you can get the foundations, the safety down, because that's something that we're going to really drive home in a workshop, is that the safety, the spotting, right? Which you didn't really see any of today because we've been working together for a while. But if we were working on anything that we might fall out of, or that we might need some extra help, we would have a spotter there ready to go so that we can help catch each other.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you guys for being here, for joining us today and occupying space with us. What would you want to leave for the listeners today? And of course, how can we reach out to you?
Absolutely. So if you're thinking about moving, you're thinking about yoga, don't wait. It's not what it seems. It never really is. But yoga is one of these things that's shrouded behind mysticism. It's behind a veil. And yoga is much more accessible than it seems. There are some really strange things about it, but it actually ends up being some of the most intriguing things are the strange things about yoga. But we create this experience in our head where we think that, I don't know really what people think that that's going to happen. And it's never what we've created in our mind. Our expectations for yoga are always so not in line with what reality is. It's never what really happens in a yoga class. In a yoga class, and it doesn't matter if it's acro or aerial or hot yoga, or it really doesn't matter the style. What we're really there is to help you find a better relationship with your mind, with your body, and with your spirit. And so if you're ready to have a better relationship with any three of those things, yoga is going to be a journey that you wish that you had started earlier.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. How can we reach out to you?
You can reach out to us on our website at CircuSoul.com. That's CircusOul.com. You can also reach us on our phone number at 941-922-9642.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. Of course, you, Kerry, and ladies, thank you for joining us as well. Hope you guys have a great, beautiful day and a fantastic rest of your week.
Thank you. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.